My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramer. Other people make friends. I'm just trying to make a little money. My job is not just to entertain, but to educate, to teach you. Tell you all about it. So call me at 1-800-743-CNBC. Tweet me, Jim Cramer. Next week, okay, right now, I'm declaring it an NVIDIA-free zone. The coverage of trading of this thing's gotten too much, even for me. We have to be able to focus on something else, yet it seems the market only has the ability to focus on one stock at a time. And that's why, on a day where the Dow inched up 4 points, S&P gained 0.70%, but the NASDAQ jumped 1.10%. I'm thrilled that we can actually look at other companies, even if they don't make accelerated computing chips that allow you to perform generative AI inference and be trained. Don't get me wrong. Even after NVIDIA bucked the gravity of yesterday's sell-off, went up again today, I think it is headed much higher, which is why we own it for the Travel Trust. And I always tell you to own it, not trade it. But I think we can afford to give some other companies a little limelight, a little love, without betraying the AI colossus that I like so much. Fortunately, we have some very exciting companies reporting next week. Ones that revolve around whether the consumer's fatigued, maybe taking a break, trying to figure out what to do. We're not quite sure. On Tuesday night, okay, here's what happens. The holiday shortened week, which is terrible because I celebrate the holiday like everybody else, but I'll be planning. But I will also be doing the show in my sleep on Monday. Tuesday, here we go. We find out if Cava, the Mediterranean sensation, is deserving of its stocked 93% romp year to date. I mean, after all, Cava sells food, not high-end semiconductors, but this thing's been bandied about as the next Chipotle. So let's see what this Mediterranean restaurant chain has to say. Wow, what a monster. Okay, while we're at it, on Wednesday, we have to ask ourselves if Abercrombie & Fitch deserves to be up 70% for the year. It's got the right look. Its stores are always packed. It has eluded the accolades it deserves. Lately, though, I have heard people talk about how Abercrombie stands out. Oh, its stores are always packed. I guess it's only took a monster run of $30 to $150 over the past year to make the difference. 30 to 150. How's your index fund do? Sporting goods, it's been a pretty hot category of late for those broad line stores that I've already reported, which makes me think that Dick's could have another good quarter, even as the stock's already nearly up 30% for the year. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if they actually put up some terrific numbers. I'm looking for some good golf numbers, too. I just mentioned a lot of non-tech companies with stocks that are doing very well. But how about an AI-centric enterprise software play that has historically put many other stocks to shame? How about Salesforce with a stock that's only up about 3% for the year, Matthew McConaughey? Isn't that incredible? Of course, in this business, people assume that if it's a stalled tech stock, then it's an accident waiting to happen. I think Salesforce is doing many things right, but it's not getting credit for it. Let's see if the streak changes. Oh, get this, Toast. You go to a restaurant and they put it right to the right in your face, and you put your card right in. That's Toast. Okay. Toast has an Investor Day Wednesday, and lately we've been hearing that things have slowed for the restaurant because of the number of customers. If Toast can dispute or disprove that, this stock is going to fly. Thursday, our investing club meeting. There I am. It should have Jeff Marks in there too. We got to fix that. Get your questions to me and Jeff. And we're going to stay as interactive as we can with other members. How does your mutual fund interact with you? Maybe your index fund interacts with you. No, we do. We convene at noon. I want you to join. Now, Thursday's also filled with important earnings, mostly of the retail variety. When the consumer's stretched, you're supposed to buy the stock of Dollar General, DG. And I see no reason why that doesn't continue. I look for a good number. I like it here. Same goes for Burlington Stores, the off-price chain that's a little more pipe-racky. Ross Stores and TJX both put up tremendous numbers. I expect nothing less from Burlington, although I do think it's a little more downscale. TJX, Charitable Trust name, had an amazing quarter. Nobody cared because yesterday was such a bad market. Now it's beginning to get credit for it. I still think it's a terrific stock at 102. There are two challenge retailers that my Charitable Trust is positions in that I'm not telling people to buy right now. I don't expect anything good to happen. But we're sticking with them because with the trust believes that you have to be in early to anticipate the turnaround. I'm talking about Best Buy and Foot Locker. Both stocks act terribly, as I would say in my old hedge fund, which tends to mean that they're going to have some shortfalls. Probably will. Mary Dillon, CEO of Foot Locker, has prepped us for a tough quarter. Best Buy will be the recipient someday of the new wave of PCs with integrated AI come the fall. We want to get ahead of that because once they're in the stores, I don't think you'll be able to buy Best Buy at a 5.3% yield, which it has right now. Because of AI, we should have the biggest PC refresh cycle in history. okay? Maybe even bigger in the 90s. So I want that Best Buy exposure. But against that trend is the Home Depot-Lowe's conundrum. A lack of housing turnover. And a lack of turnover has hurt the hard goods segment of the U.S. economy and could hurt Best Buy pretty badly, too. Kohl's. All right, Kohl's is a difficult animal. It's rebranded as Kohl's with Sephora, and I bet that will begin to click, perhaps with this quarter. Bring your Kohl's cash. Cracker Barrel on the radar screen now after last week's radical analyst meeting where we got that huge dividend cut. I wonder if we can get a little more color or some reactions on the big changes when it reports this morning. I like what the CEO had to say, but Cracker Barrel will be a work in progress that we're going to chronicle for many years to come. After the close, two hero companies report, Costco and Dell. Now, I've found Costco one of the big three of the retailers. That's Walmart, Amazon, and Costco. The trust has a nice-sized position in the stock, and we believe Costco will report the kind of excellent number it often does when the consumer goes sideways. As usual, if you don't own it, please now wait for the quarter. The stock tends to go down initially on its earnings report and then rally several days later. Why is that? Because you pretty much know how they're doing, and it sells off on just kind of the non-news. Dell, I don't even know when this one will even pause. We have Dell envy at the Travel Trust, continually hoping it'll come in ever since we saw Michael Dell work hand in glove with Jensen Huang, the visionary CEO of NVIDIA, at the GTC conference. Talk about getting right with Jensen. Dell's become the man to see to hook up your company to the new NVIDIA supercomputer platform, also known as Blackwell. What else? Gap stores delivered an amazing quarter last time, and then proceeded to take off like a rocket and then kind of crash like one, too. I think that there will be another great quarter, but no crash. Next, lots of people are trying to find proxies for AI, and Marvell Tech's name keeps coming up. The semiconductor company that gives the equipment that connects NVIDIA to the machines that devour its computing power seems very interesting to me. And if the rest of the non-hyperscale business, and a lot of it is just kind of plain old boring telco, starts turning up, $100. Mark my words. Earlier this week, we got some great numbers from Elf Beauty. Remember that? They sent its stock into the stratosphere. Many people seem to think that somehow connected to the broader cosmetics industry. We'll find out when Ulta reports. But we keep hearing that Ulta's not doing all that well because it's being eaten alive by Sephora. Well, I think Ulta's a darn good company. I don't want to get in front of a potential freight train of selling here. All right, now here's one that I take personally because I like it so much. It's Cloudflare. Can they make a comeback? It's been down in the dumps ever since that last quarter. When CEO Matthew Prince gets in front of that podium for Investor Day, I expect he can tell a better tale than he did when that quarter was reported. If he does, then I say you got to own the stock ahead of the analyst meetings. It's feeling real de-risked at these levels. I like it. Bottom line, once the week's over, we're going to go full bore NVIDIA again. We just need kind of a week to recharge. Then we can go back to focusing on the best stock that I have ever seen. It's been a total whirlwind move, but I remain steadfast. Own NVIDIA, don't trade it. I got to start in my home state, I think. Let's go to Alex in New Jersey. Alex.
Hey, Jim.
Alex,
I
what's shaking?
I wanted to hear your thoughts on a stock that NVIDIA invested in recently, SoundHound. Hasn't moved much since NVIDIA's earnings report, and just wanted to see what you thought.
Let's go with the recursion. All right, Dr. Chill wants to say this about SoundHound. It comes over constantly in what we call the crawl, and it's just because NVIDIA put the money in, and it has not meant anything, and I am not going to start making a mountain out of this particular molehill. Hey, you know what? Let's go to Millard in Michigan. Millard.
Hello, Jim. Thank you for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. What's going on, my friend?
Sure. I actually have a question about HPQ. This company, it's been like a 52-week high. And
right.
Honestly, my concern, we see that stock is not making any improvement.
I know. Well, it is straight up. It's straight up from 28. They do have the new AI PC. I think it could probably sell off. I don't know whether this is not the breakout quarter when it reports. The next quarter will be breakout. So I think if the stock goes down, then you want to pick some up. It's not Dell. That's the main thing you need to know. Dell is best integrated when it comes to NVIDIA, and you got to get right with Jensen. All right, listen to me. We need next week to recharge and then return. Hey, let's look at some other names besides NVIDIA. Although, of course, I will always keep one eye on that one. On Mad Money tonight, UL Solutions, remember the old Underwriter Labs, has soared since the safety science company went public last month, but nobody's talking about that. Ends tonight. I've got the CEO to see what we can expect next from this new-to-the-tape name. New to the tape. I just thought of that. Then, if you're shopping for a turnaround story, I'm digging deeper into Macy's report this week to see if the new leadership has found the key to success for the brand. And maybe it's Bloomies. Do not miss also another round of MI Diversified, where I talk to real people about real portfolios. Maybe we need to shake it up a little. So stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.